Good morning. Good morning, all the distinguished guests, participants, my dear students and colleagues. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as we begin this very important workshop focused on handling of nuclear and other radioactive materials. I kindly request Professor M. Sai Baba sir, Dr. W. Selvamurthy sir, and Madam Professor Alpna Goyal ma'am to take their seats on dais. Following our traditions, to mark the beginning of this special occasion, let us invite our esteemed guests to light the lamp, a symbol of enlightenment, wisdom, a new beginning. Tamso ma Jyotirgamay, lead us from dark to the light, to wisdom and to knowledge. This training represents not just an opportunity for learning, but a step forward in ensuring the safety and security of our nation. So at this moment, I would like to request Professor Alpna ma'am to welcome Dr. W. Selvamurthy sir by presenting him a Tulsi sapling. I would again request ma'am to present a Tulsi sapling to Professor M. Sai Baba sir. Acha, okay. Now I would like to request Dr. Arpita Datta and Ms. Archana Yadav to welcome Professor Alpna Goyal ma'am by presenting a Tulsi sapling. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Professor Dr. Alpna Goyal ma'am, Director and Head, Amity Institute of Nuclear Science and Technology, Amity Institute, Uttar Pradesh, to deliver the welcome address and opening remark. Over to you, ma'am.
नमस्कार, सुप्रभात। मंच पर विराजमान एंड मेरे सामने बैठे हुए अतिथि गणों को मेरा सप्रेम अभिवादन। मैं अल्पना गोयल, डायरेक्टर, अमिटी इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ न्यूक्लियर साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी एंड मेरी संस्था अमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी उत्तर प्रदेश की ओर से यहाँ उपस्थित सभी अतिथि गणों का मैं हार्दिक स्वागत करती हूँ। यह वर्कशॉप अमिटी एंड नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ एडवांस स्टडीज नियास बैंगलोर के सहयोग से आयोजित की गई है। आज से 25 to 29 मार्च तक होने वाली ज्वाइंट वर्कशॉप ऑन हैंडलिंग न्यूक्लियर एंड अदर रेडियोएक्टिव मटेरियल फॉर इंडियन सिक्योरिटी एजेंसी का शुभ प्रारंभ नोएडा कैंपस में हो रहा है। मुझे अत्यंत प्रसन्नता है कि मुझे आज अपने देश की सुरक्षा एजेंसियों का स्वागत करने का मौका मिल रहा है। मैं सभी सुरक्षा एजेंसियों एनडीआरएफ, एसएसबी, बीएसएफ, आईटीबीपी, कस्टम एंड कर्नाटक पुलिस का धन्यवाद करती हूं जिन्होंने आपको इस अध्ययन के लिए यहां नॉमिनेट किया है। मैं धन्यवाद करती हूं अपनी संस्थान के संस्थापक अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर अशोक के चौहान सर का, जिन्होंने हमें संस्थान एक अच्छी तरह से सुसज्जित न्यूक्लियर फैसिलिटी बनाने का सपना दिखाया और सहयोग दिया उसे पूर्ण करने का, ताकि हम इस तरह की तैयारी कर सकें जहां हमारे देश के सुरक्षा कर्मी आके अभ्यास कर सकें। मैं धन्यवाद करती हूं चांसलर डॉक्टर अतुल के चौहान सर का, आदरणीय कुलपति महोदया डॉक्टर प्रोफेसर बलविंदर शुक्ला मैडम का और मंच पर विराजमान डब्ल्यू सिल्वा मूर्ति सर का, जिन्होंने हमें प्रेरित किया और हमारी सारी सहायता प्रदान की, जिससे हम इस प्रकार की कार्यक्रम और ट्रेनिंग अपने संस्थान में आयोजित कर सकते हैं। मैं तहे दिल से स्वागत करती हूं हमारे बीच उपस्थित न्यूक्लियर एक्सपर्ट विशेषज्ञ का, जो इस क्षेत्र के जाने माने वैज्ञानिक हैं। मैं धन्यवाद करती हूं कि वे अपनी नॉलेज हम सबसे और आप सबसे शेयर करने के लिए यहां तैयार हैं। ये सभी वैज्ञानिक जाने माने हैं, अपनी गवर्नमेंट के में कार्यरत थे और आज हमारे बीच मौजूद हैं। मैं आप सबका तहे दिल से वेलकम करती हूं। I also extend a warm welcome to our international collaborators from A&M University, Texas, and Oak Ridge National Laboratory, US, who are here to share their knowledge through lecturing and exercises to train our responders. आज हम सभी बहुत आनंदित हैं, क्योंकि जब कलम और शस्त्र मिलकर काम करेंगे तो देश शिखर की ऊंचाइयों को छू लेगा। हम आभारी हैं अपनी सिक्योरिटी फोर्स का, जो यहां आए और हमें ये मौका दे रहे हैं। हमें उम्मीद है हम अपनी कसौटी में खरे उतरेंगे। हमने सभी ने बहुत मेहनत की है और आपको अपने बीच बुलाने के लिए हम लोगों ने मिलकर सभी लोगों ने कार्य किया है। तो मेरी यही उम्मीद है कि हम आपको एक अच्छी ट्रेनिंग दे पाएंगे और उम्मीद है आप लोग सब यहां से बहुत कुछ सीख कर जाएंगे। टुगेदर वी विल चेंज द वर्ल्ड। इसी के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देती हूं और आप सभी का फिर से हार्दिक हृदय से स्वागत करती हूं, अभिनंदन करती हूं। जय हिंद।
Thank you very much, ma'am, for inspiring and motivating words, as well as delivering such a warm and thoughtful welcome address. Now, I would like to request Professor M. Saibaba, sir, visiting professor, National Institute of Advanced Studies and former Director, Resource Management Group, Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research, Kalpakkam, to present the agenda of the workshop. Over to you, sir.
नमस्कार। अल्पना ने हमको दुविधा में डाल दिया कि इतनी अच्छी हिंदी से आपसे बात कर लिया तो फिर हमको भी बात करना पड़ेगा, लेकिन वो गलती नहीं करूंगा क्योंकि मैं तो साउथ का हूं। कभी कभी हिंदी में बात करने में ये लिंक का प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है, इसलिए मैं थोड़ा इंग्लिश में अभी बदलूंगा। सो वेलकम टू ऑल ऑफ यू। You all know that India is going through a rapid transition in terms of technological advancements, and government is very keen that the nuclear component of energy and the nuclear technologies should be enhanced for the betterment of the society. What often talked about is the energy component of it, how much of energy will come. But less talked about is the other applications of the nuclear technologies, starting from food processing to many other things. I'm sure that silent revolution is happening in terms of applying the radiation technologies for these applications. When the expansion happens, there's also a challenge in terms of how do we ensure that these things are secure. Nuclear is one thing, radiation is something which always evokes fear. And all of you who are here representing different security agencies are the people likely to encounter the first responder who will be doing that. So what we realize is that I think we need to enhance the capacity building of handling these radioactive materials. When it comes to nuclear materials, where DAE establishments are there, we have a very robust procedures. Some of you who happen to work with atomic energy would have realized that we have a very robust mechanism of training, protecting, and all. So we are not worried about that part of it. But a lot is happening outside the boundary of the atomic energy establishments, be it airports, be it the ports, or the borders. So when we talked about the capacity building, we felt the need that we should enhance the capability of the agencies in handling these radioactive materials. That thought nucleated and now become a workshop like this. We brought together subject matter experts with immense experience, something like 40 years of working in this domain, very distinguished service and then capabilities. We brought the team together. And the first thing we did was to survey what type of training material that is available both in India and abroad. And that we surveyed. And finally, arrived at what should be a content that will be applicable to us. And that went into the background. It took some weeks or even months. And it's also important that we should involve the international expertise. I think IAEA does a lot of these training programs. Texas A&M University has a very established, what they call as a disaster city, which is a very good facility which is there. They have a lot of experience in terms of giving training under IAEA and other categories. So we thought, why not bring the international expertise also in providing this training? And we have a long-standing collaborator in Dr. Sunil Chirayat, both at Texas A&M University and also now at Oak Ridge National Lab. So this is how we arrived at the content and also the subject matter experts. But when you want to handle radioactive materials, it's just the bhashan in a classroom is not sufficient. You need to go to the laboratory and you need to see how radiation is detected, measured, and monitored. And the Amity University has an excellent state-of-art radiation detection laboratory, which I think you all will see with Dr. Alpana is heading that activity. So NIAS and the Amity has come together. And we have designed this program in such a way there will be a mixture of both theory and practicals. And finally, we arrived at half a day of theory and half a day of practicals so that you would get a mixture of both the background as well as how do we handle these things. And that's how the workshop, the content, the agenda has been prepared. I'm sure that the booklet which we prepared, you would have gone through it. And what we done a little differently is that one is to say, we are conducting a training program, please join us. But what we said was, we called the security agencies representative senior people at NIAS. We had a meeting of 2-day meeting we had. We presented to them the content and took feedback from them, modified the content in a way it will be there. One of the suggestions was to have Hindi ka bhi thoda istemal kijiye. So what we have done is we brought out a lecture notes. We also translated the lecture notes into Hindi. That also will be given to you people so that if you are comfortable में हिंदी में पढ़ना चाहते हैं तो वो भी use कर सकता है. And we traveled all this distance. It has been then of course the meeting the security agency's chief. I had the opportunity along with Anil Kumar ji to meet the DGs to present them what we are doing and requested them participation. So we're very happy that most of the security agencies were positive about what we are doing and nominated all of you. देखिए आप तो when you are on duty, you are in tough situations you are there. You have to look for people who are deviating from the norms. 5 दिन वो सब भूल जाइए. you go back to your college days or school days and say you are a student here. Since you're a student here, they will be headmaster and headmasters also will be there. We would ensure that just forget what you have gone through there. Just give your time to the lectures which we are going to give you and also the practical content part of it. For us, your participation, active participation is very important. I think that is what will yield the results. You would have seen that all of us are staying in the same place, both the participants and the resource persons. So our interactions need not be only during the lecture. I think I request that, during tea time or coffee time, lunch breaks, or evening times, if you have further discussions you want to make, feel free. All of us are available. If they are not available, make them available so that I want these 5 days of time, your time, to be effectively utilized. You've seen this campus is excellent. We have a very good facilities at Amity. We're happy that we are collaborating, Dr. Alpana, and we have support from the management. The fact that Dr. Selvamurthy is here is a reflection of the support that the management is giving to us. So I think I always jokingly telling to my colleagues, ये तो शादी जैसा है, लेकिन वी आर गर्ल्स पार्टी, नो कभी कभी वी आर ऑलवेज गर्ल्स पार्टी पीपल. अभी इट इज पॉसिबल दैट किसी को कुछ पसंद नहीं आया, कुछ जो भी है, हम वी आर गर्ल्स पार्टी, वी आर अवेयर ऑफ दैट पार्ट ऑफ इट. बट आजकल मॉडर्न जमाने में गर्ल्स पार्टी का भी थोड़ा ज्यादा इतना मुश्किल नहीं होना चाहिए. हो सकता है कि हम आपस में एडजस्ट करेंगे. ये these 5-6 days is for knowledge acquired. And I want you to go back to your institutions and tell about what you have learned or what has been taught here, because we believe that this is the beginning of some what we dream to do is like a successive things, but it all depends on the success of what we do at this place. And I would only say to you, feel free. Don't have to, it's not like a one-way thing, it's a two-way thing. Maybe I'll tell just one experience and then stop this thing. So when I was heading the training school, I told my students that feel free to ask questions to the faculty. Then after 1 week or 2 weeks, the faculty came and told, sir, we are not able to teach at all because half the time goes in question answers, because the students who were very smart, they will ask questions so that less can be taught. Then I have told, okay, let us do one thing. I told all the people that at 5 o'clock, after all the class are over, all the question answers can be answered. Take it from me, there are no questions afterwards. But I would request you, feel free to interact with us. I think we have been interacting with people, students, and you are a special student for us because you're very experienced and some relatively elderly compared to the students. But feel free, if you have any input to give it to us at any time of this workshop, feel free. I'm happy that we came this far. And I'm sure that the next 5 days journey also will be very eventful, productive, and useful to all of you. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, sir, for enlightening us about the noble purpose of this gathering and providing us a clear blueprint for the days ahead. It is my privilege to invite our distinguished Dr. W. Selvamurthy, sir, President of Amity Science and Technology and Innovation Foundation, Director General of Amity Directorate of Science and Innovation, and Chancellor of Amity University, Chhattisgarh. Over to you, sir.
So very good to everyone. First of all, let me welcome each and every one of you for this 5 days workshop, which we are hosting with the partnership from the National Institute of Advanced Studies. So I deeply appreciate that, Sai Baba, you gave an excellent keynote, giving the contents, giving the scope, giving the framework of this 5 days training program or workshop. And also appreciate NIAS, National Institute of Advanced Studies, for this wonderful partnership. We want to further build, expand, deepen our relationship with NIAS. And also I welcome each and every one of the participants because it's for you. The workshop is actually for you. So we have all the security forces, paramilitary forces, and who are concerned with the whole internal security and as well as external aggression how do we defend our countries against external aggression. So we have NDRF, National Disaster Response Force, which is a very important organization. NDMA was established way ahead, maybe 2 decades ago, when I was part of that formulation of NDMA, when I was in DRDO as DG. And then now it is NIDM, NDRF, everything came out from this. It's doing extremely well. So I welcome NDRF, the people, very senior officials from NDRF and commandants, deputy commandants over to this workshop. Then we also have Border Security Force, which is again a very important organization, which is, and ITBP. These two are looking at the security close to the borders. So thank you so much for joining. Then we also have SSB, because the SSB, normally you look at service selection boards. Well, I used to be in DRDO, I used to think about SSB, but it's actually Sashastra Sema Bal. Sashastra Sema Bal. So that is a very important organization. And so we also have people from academia, National Academy of Customs, which is again looking at nuclear materials as well as radioactive materials. How do they handle when shipment comes, and also from abroad or from within the country itself, when you put isotopes and others taken by couriers and so on. So how do you handle that? And also we have Karnataka Police. So I welcome you all, because the workshop is actually for you. So I'm sure you will have very, very enriching 5 days. Because Dr. Alpin Goel, our chief of the Amity Institute of Nuclear Science and Technology, and Dr. M. Sai Baba from National Institute of Advanced Studies, with the help of those from Dr. Sunil, Dr. Manil, Manit Shah, that you people have put a wonderful program, because I went through the contents of the 5 days training program, which is going to be not just theoretical, but it's going to be theoretical and practical. So I'm sure that each and every one of you will be immensely benefited by this program. I also welcome very distinguished scientists who have served our country. They have rendered yeoman service to the country, from Atomic Energy, Department of Atomic Energy, which is an organization which is a sister organization. I can say DRDO, Atomic Energy Space. It used to be considered as strategic departments. So we used to work very closely, and we are working very closely. Program strategic as well as the other tactical programs. So they are our partners as well when I was in DRDO. But now in Amity University also, we have built a very strong interface. And Dr. Mohanty, all the chairmen have visited this earlier chairman as well for the atomic energy, from the atomic energy. So we want to nurture this, expand, deepen our relationship with the Department of Atomic Energy. So your presence here as resource speakers, can name some of them. I can see Dr. Rama Kumar, Dr. Shri Anil Kumar, Shri Sundar, and also Shri Rajagopal, and many more to come. I think Murali also may be coming. Yes, Murali will be joining. And also we will have Dr. Sunil. Sunil, I will say a few words, because he has been a very important partner from Texas and Texas A&M University, and also now Oak Ridge National Laboratory. This laboratory and the university have really helped us to grow in terms of the facilities, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of building the international collaborations. So we are so grateful to you and to your university and the Oak Ridge National Laboratory for this great support which you have been rendering. Again, we like to look at how do we expand this. Both of them, even Manit Shah is also from Texas A&M University, and Mariano has been there right from the beginning when we started this program on nuclear security. So I want to record our deep appreciation, gratitudes to each and every one of you. Now with this preamble, let me just appreciate Dr. Alpin Goel and the big team sitting there, Women Power. All of them are women faculties who are nurturing this. Only Abhishek is the male faculty, I suppose. So almost 5 of them are all, 6 of them are all women. So that shows Amity nurtures women, Amity empowers women, Amity develops women, and Amity is developed by women. So that even the Vice Chancellor is a lady Vice Chancellor, Dr. Balvinder Shukla. So on behalf of Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, and the Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, and on behalf of every one of us, including me, so I extend a very warm welcome to all the participants, resource speakers, and our partners for this program, for this. Now, coming to the message. Now the country is very clear in terms of its vision. Where do we have to reach? The Viksit Bharat. The vision, the roadmap is very clear. By 2047, we should have become well-developed India. So if it has to happen, we should become an economic power, military power, knowledge power. So these are the 3 dimensions in which we need to grow. And if we have to grow, we are already growing economic power. Almost we have crossed the 5th, the strong economic power, fastest growing economy in the world. And our GDP growth rate is more than 7%. And now sometimes it keeps fluctuating. But we may even touch a double digit very soon. And then we will grow at that rate for more than a decade. And then every year we will add $1 trillion economy. So this is the predictions for our country. So we will be in top 3 or maybe top 2. So that is going to be our country by 2047. We are a strong military power, 1.4 million strong Army, Navy, Air Force. Then the paramilitary forces, BSF, ITBP, NDRF, and so many other forces who are participating here. So we have paramilitary and also strong security forces. So we are a strong military power. We are a strong knowledge power. We have 1,200 universities. We have 45,000 colleges. We have more than few lakhs of schools we have. So we are churning out the knowledge workers to the whole globe. So we are generating knowledge workers for the whole globe. So this again is a very clear indication that India is becoming a knowledge power. Not only that, we are generating new knowledge by research and innovation. If you look at the merit list of our country today, we are 3rd in publication, with a minimal input of 0.7% GDP, we are 3rd in publication. And we are 9th in patents, 7th in Nature Index, and also we have jumped in Global Innovation Index from 81 to 39. So it's growing. So India, this is there in our genes. It is there in our genes. We had Vedas, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, Yoga, Ayurveda, Siddha. Everything existed. Nalanda, Dakshashila. It all is there in our genes. So we have in us that. So we are a knowledge power. It's only we are becoming, re-emerging as a knowledge superpower, and which will happen. So we have economic power, military power, knowledge power. This is what is required to become a Viksit Bharat, developed India. But before doing that, you need to ensure security. Security is the common denominator or the basic background at which the growth will take place. And sustainability, security and sustainability. So this is what is the focus in our development in our India. So security, when you talk about nuclear security, becomes important. Because India is a nuclear power today. India is the 6th nuclear power. And we also put a self-moratorium of no first use. So we are a responsible nuclear power. And we have nuclear weapons put against our adversary as deterrence. We will not use it for the first time. But if any country uses, we will retaliate from air, water, underwater, and also from land. So this is what is the self-moratorium. Having done it, that we should secure the nuclear assets, both in the strategic military the situations, and also in civilian sector. There are so much of nuclear asset in civilian sector. If you see today, if you go to a hospital, so many radioisotopes, cesium, and also I-131, I-127, and so many radioisotopes for diagnosis, therapeutic applications are being used. Look at the radiation, radiotherapy, when you give this cobalt-60, cesium, so many application of nuclear sources in the hospitals. When you go to food irradiation, seed irradiation, again, you are using nuclear sources. So how do you secure these nuclear assets? Not only in the military, but also in the civilian sector. That is where our role comes in. All the security forces today, you have to play a pivotal role in this security, securing and also safe handling, not only security, but also safety of how do you handle it in a safe manner. How do you create that awareness? How do you do the capacity building? Train people who handle this. How do you train the first responders? Some of you may be the first responders if there is an eventuality which happens, accidents, incidents of nuclear terrorism. You know, you can take a nuclear source and then create a dirty bomb. And then it may not cause like a nuclear warfare, which will be almost, you will finish the humanity, which will never happen or which will not, which should not happen, will not happen. But then the chances of nuclear terrorism is possible. So in this scenario, so our role, security forces role comes in. How do you prevent the preparedness, responsiveness, and response to the nuclear eventuality in such nuclear terrorism is another challenge for all of us. So that is where the awareness, if it happens, how do you handle it? We will train you in this. We will train you, or if there is like a Mayapuri incident, some of you may be aware, Mayapuri incident, what happened? A university which had a nuclear research laboratory was handling a nuclear source equipment for a research application. And the equipment was condemned, but nobody removed the nuclear source from that. And it was put in a condemnation. And then it was in a junkyard. And somebody took it, oh, it was shining like a pencil. So the nuclear source was taken. And then ultimately, you know what happened? The whole Mayapuri was large area was contaminated because they didn't have an awareness. If the nuclear source, if there is in a research equipment, it is there, it has to be removed and then handled in a separate way for disposal. This is what is lack of awareness. So such things, if it happens, how do you, the response comes from your security forces. So if there is an incident, if there's an accident, or if there is a nuclear terrorism or a theft of a nuclear asset, how do you respond? This is what we will train you. And how do you safely handle this, like radiation safety officers course, which are being run by Atomic Energy. I'm happy to announce that Amity has been chosen as the only private university or only university outside Atomic Energy. Let's give a big clap to both Atomic Energy and Dr. Goyal, Alpana Goyal. And we have been assigned the responsibility of training the radiation safety officers in Amity University. We have run already two programs and third program is on. So this radiation safety, how do you, in a safe way, you handle radiation source, X-rays, MRI, CT scans, PET scan. These are all handling nuclear materials, radiopharmaceuticals, which are handled. Because I was also director of INMAS, Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences. I was DG looking after that. So we have been handling these in INMAS. So that is why it is very important. How do you safely handle this? How do you train our students? We are churning out a large number of students who are trained with knowledge, undergraduate, postgraduate, and we are the only in the university in India that we have an Amity Institute of Nuclear Science and Technology. The credit goes to our founder president, Dr. Ashok Chauhan. When he established the university, he thought of it at that time, 2005, that there must be an Institute of Nuclear Science and Technology, and Dr. Alpana Goyal is now the head of the institution, and with such distinguished faculties, young faculty sitting there, and they are doing a great job. So safety and security. So we will train you in this. Suppose customs people, you are finding a nuclear source coming in, how it should be handled in customs. Or if there is an incident happens, how does the police force, who will be the first responders, Karnataka police, how will they go and respond? So you spread this message when you go back to your organization. You please spread this message so that we will be able to also help you. And the nuclear security lab has been developed the best in the country. I can tell you, when you see that, you will understand at the best. See, in technology, when you have to handle, security forces must know there are 4 types of technologies for handling such first responders. The first is early detection. How do you detect a nuclear source or a radiation source? So the early precise detection is very important. So you can have a point of care, or it can be a standalone, standoff sensors. So there are sensors to detect nuclear source. The first part is detection. So that is what we will show you in our laboratory, that we have built a huge capability for alpha, beta, gamma, as well as neutron. So we have built this detection sources. You will see how are we detecting it. The second is after detection, you have to have personal protection, personal, individual, personal PPEs. So for nuclear, if it is gamma, you can imagine that, it can penetrate anything. So you need lead shields, and then there are personal protective ensembles are there. So PPEs. Then you can have collective protection. The collective protection means 30, 40 people can go underground and then protect yourself for 4 days, 5 days till you decontaminate the zone, contaminated zone. So this is collective protection. Then decontamination. How do you decontaminate the contaminated zone? So technologies, the methods, we will teach you all this. Decontamination. How do you decontaminate? And then medical management. If it has to be some people are affected, how do you handle them in the hospital? Because handling a radioactive patient is a huge thing, is a huge, unique way you have to handle. So how do you handle this? So all this we are going to talk about. So early detection, personal protection, collective protection, decontamination, medical management. These are technologies. So then we also have to have first responders. Who will be the first responders? Some of you, the people who are trained, maybe even a firefighting person may be the first responder there. In a village, panchayat, who will be responders? District level. So we are building this national capacity as well as capability to handle such nuclear eventualities. So this is yet another attempt. So I welcome each and every one of you. Finally, the message I want to convey from founder president Dr. Ashok Chauhan, who may be also listening to the program, because he always finds time, even though he has to look after a big empire, Amity Universe, which is today 12 universities in India, independent university. They are independent legal entities. There is a chancellor, there's a vice chancellor, there is the whole ecosystem of statutory bodies. So there are 12 independent universities in India, 18 campuses abroad, including in US. We have 2 campuses in the Long Islands of New York, 175 acres with 11 buildings. So we are developing the Amity Global Research Hub over there. So then we have in Dubai, Mauritius, Singapore, London, Romania, and also Kenya, Tashkent. So like this, 18 campuses abroad, 28 schools, 250,000 students, 10,000 faculties, including all of them, and also 5,000 PhD scholars. So this is Amity Universe, created by Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, the founder president, who himself is a educationalist, innovator, philanthropist, and above all, a great visionary. That is why he established Amity Institute of Nuclear Science and Technology in 2005, Amity Institute of Space Science and Technology, Amity Institute of Defense Technology. Where would you find, which university will have this? Amity University has. So that is the unique feature of Amity University, and the chancellor is Dr. Atul Chauhan, Dr. Asim Chauhan, Dr. Mrs. Amita Chauhan looking after the schools. So we have published 45,000 research papers. We are just only 20 years young. But 45,000 research papers, our H index is 172. And then we have filed 2,354 patents today. That's the number today. And about 500 patents granted. We have also transferred technologies. 35 technologies have been transferred to industry, and then through industry to the people. So this is Amity Universe. So this is created by Dr. Chauhan. He has given 3 missions. So I will end with that 3 missions. The first is Mission Connect. Mission Connect. We connect with atomic energy. We connect with Space Department. We connect with DRDO. And we connect with industry. So Mission Connect. We are connecting with security forces, BSF, ITBP, NDRF, and all the security forces. This brings synergy because, 1 + 1 is not only 2, it is 1 + 1, 11. That's the force multiplier you get when you work together. When you connect with each other and work together, synergy comes in. So that is very important for India to become Viksit Bharat. So we bring that synergy. Mission synergy is his second mission, Dr. Ashok Chauhan's. Third mission is mission outcome. See, our life is very short. 70 years average lifespan. 1/3 goes in sleep. Another 1/3 goes in getting ready and preparing, having bath, eating food. So you really have 1/3 of your life. So how precious the time is. That's why in whatever Amity does, mission outcome is very important. If today you are all spending your valuable part of your life here, there must be an outcome for you. There must be an outcome for Amity. This is what is the mission outcome. So these three missions, so let us have this in our mind, mission connect, which brings synergy and ultimately a fruitful outcome for all of you. I wish every one of you will have a very fruitful stay here, and we would like to connect with you permanently, eternally. And also we would like to bring synergy in your endeavors as well as in our whatever we do in Amity. And that will bring outcome to develop the Viksit Bharat. And through Viksit Bharat, a happy, peaceful, prosperous, and also harmonious world. Let us bring Satyug. Let us bring a happy world in this earth before from this Kali, let us transit into Satyug. So let us do it collectively. Wish you all the best. And I'm sure, let's give a big clap to Alpana Goyal once again. I took a little long time, but I thought we should do that because I wanted to convey the message of Amity, Amity's philosophy as well. And thank you so much, Alpana, for this great opportunity, and appreciation to all the faculties who are connected, and also Abhishek, who has joined us recently. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much sir, for your positive and encouraging words. It is always a pleasure to have you with us. We truly appreciate your presence. Thank you, sir. So before we conclude, let us take a moment to break the ice with a know each other session. So I kindly request everyone to introduce themselves briefly and any relevant experience they may have with similar exercises. So
जय भारत सबको मैं शिवम कमांडेंट PSF. I am the founder of 12 NDRF Itanagar. Now I am working as a commandant establish and training and support in Srinagar, BSF headquarters. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Good morning. I am Devendra Gulati, second in command in BSF, presently posted in Kolkata. And right now I am coming from Manipur and I have 32 years of service. Thank you.
Namaste, sir and madams. I am Shantinath, Police Inspector, Karnataka Police Department, sir. I have 23 years experience, especially nuclear and radioactive materials regarding I have no experience, sir. But in our field, I have different experience pertaining to the murder, dacoity, CM bandobast, Prime Minister bandobast, other, but not pertaining to these aspects.
Hello, good morning. I am Sandesh Kumar, Deputy SP and Assistant Director for Karnataka Police Academy. Is working in the Karnataka State Police. So I completed my 26 years of service in Police Department in Karnataka. And I'm a service program for this subject because as a local police, we are doing investigation of the grave and heinous crimes and something. And this is a very new and interesting subject. So that's why I'm very thankful to DGP Anna for being nominated for this wonderful workshop. Thank you.
Good morning to all. मैं प्रभाकर चतुर्वेदी, डिप्टी कमांडेंट SSB. प्रेजेंटली मैं 66 बटालियन SSB महाराजगंज में पोस्टेड हूँ और इंडो नेपाल बॉर्डर पे हम लोग सिक्योरिटी करते हैं, जहाँ पर कि पूरा ओपन और पोरस बॉर्डर है, जहाँ पे कोई भी चीज़ किसी के भी द्वारा लाई जा सकती है. स्पेशली जो भारत और नेपाल के लोग हैं, नेपाल और भारत के बीच में आने जाने के लिए कोई भी वीज़ा पासपोर्ट की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती एक दूसरे देश के नागरिकों के लिए, क्योंकि लुक वाइज पाकिस्तान, बांग्लादेश और अदर नियर बाई कंट्रीज के लोग सिमिलर अपीयरेंस के होते हैं, जिसकी वजह से उनको आइडेंटिफाई करना और उनको चेक करना, वो अपने साथ में क्या क्या कंसाइनमेंट्स ले करके आ रहे हैं, तो पूरे ओपन पोरस बॉर्डर पे इसको चेक कर पाना और डिटेक्ट कर पाना बहुत मुश्किल काम है। तो अभी तक तो न्यूक्लियर मटेरियल्स का हम लोगों ने कोई हैंडलिंग या कोई एक्सपेरिमेंट या कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं रहा है। हाँ, थैंक यू।
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Myself, Rupesh Sharma, Deputy Commandant from 45 Battalion SSB, Birpur, Bihar. I am also posted on Indo-Nepal border, and at present, I don't have any experience regarding handling of nuclear and the radioactive materials. But I know कि once I will just do that workshop, I would gain some knowledge and would be helpful, beneficial on an open and porous border to detect such type of elements and how to handle and how to prevent the misuse of that materials. That might be very beneficial to us. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Myself, Dushyant Gaur, Deputy Commandant, Frontier Headquarter SSB, सिलीगुड़ी से सर। मैं सर अभी वहाँ पर ट्रेनिंग देख रहा हूँ सर, और अभी जैसे मेरे एसएसबी साथियों ने बताया कि इंडो नेपाल और इंडो भूटान बॉर्डर बिल्कुल ओपन बॉर्डर है, तो उसमें सबसे बड़ी कठिनाई यही है कि हम जांच भी सकते हैं और नहीं भी जांच सकते। तो सारा का सारा डिपेंड करता है कि कोई, जैसे हम यहाँ आए हैं आपके पास, तो अब हम में से आप हमारा सामान नहीं कर सकते, लगेगा अतिथि का अपमान किया। सेम उसी तरीके से जो प्रॉब्लम है वो हमारी भी यही है, क्योंकि वो भी हमारे जैसे दिखने वाले हैं, ना कोई पासपोर्ट की जरूरत है, ना किसी वीजा की जरूरत है, और वो आते हैं, कौन किस सोच के साथ आ रहा है, तो सबसे कठिन यही है हमारे लिए। और इसमें भी अगर रेडियो एक्टिव मटेरियल अगर इस टाइप का हो, तो वो तो पूरे देश के लिए बहुत बड़ा थ्रेट होगा। तो मैं आप सभी का धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आपने हम लोगों को इसमें पार्टिसिपेट का मौका दिया। थैंक यू सर।
Good morning, everyone. I am Deepak Tiwari, second in command from 5 Battalion NDRF Pune. Sir, I have been in NDRF for last 4 years, and ours is the unit which deals in CBRN aspect. So we do know something more than the people who have given their introduction right now. But I'm looking forward to know the advanced technologies and the detectors and equipment which are available there in MIT University, as been told by our distinguished speakers just now. So I'm looking forward to enhance the upgraded knowledge from this 5 days workshop. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sirs. Good morning, participants. I'm Sagar Desai, Deputy Commandant from SSB, Sashastra Seema Bal. Presently, I'm deployed. I'm posted in Tezpur, Assam, and my battalion is deployed in law and order duty and both on Indo-Nepal and Indo-Bhutan border. I'm a mechanical engineer. Good to be back here to science. Actually, feeling nostalgic. Hope to learn a lot from you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. This is Manish Mina, Superintendent Mumbai Customs. Right now, I'm posted in Container Scanning Division. So, looking forward to it.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. This is Vignesh Iyer, currently posted at Container Scanning Division, Mumbai Customs, Nhava Sheva. So we didn't have any experience with handling of nuclear and other radioactive materials, but we definitely in our section we get exposure to radiation definitely, because the container scanning gets done with X-ray. So there is a chance of radiation exposure there. But apart from that, ma'am, I always wanted to be a nuclear scientist when I was young, but things don't always pan out the way we want. But for that reason, I'm looking forward to attending this workshop. Thank you, ma'am.
Very good morning, everyone. I'm Vikas Wakar. I'm currently working as Superintendent of Customs in Mumbai Customs. So, मुझे आशा है कि आज जो हम ट्रेनिंग लेने वाले हैं, in customs what happens, import export consignment comes. So ये ट्रेनिंग का बेनिफिट इन फ्यूचर में कोई न्यूक्लियर रिलेटेड कोई कंसाइनमेंट आ जाएगा, तो आई होप कि ये ट्रेनिंग से हम उसको बहुत अच्छी तरीके से डील कर पाएंगे. So with that, and also it's a privilege to be the part of this distinguished guest and
और जो फैकल्टी आई हुई है, एक बहुत ही अच्छी फैकल्टी आई हुई है, एंड आशा करते हैं कि बहुत सारी चीजें हम इधर से सीख के जाएं। थैंक यू सो मच।
Good morning to all faculty members and all participants. I am Anil Prajapati, currently posted at JNCH Container Scanning Division, Mumbai. Our role is basically to scan containers, import containers and export containers, and to examine for any misdeclaration or any concealments that are there in the containers. But regarding this radioactive materials, we are not able to detect that whether there is any concealment or not. So I hope through this training, we will be able to learn this, and we may play an important role in protection of the country. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I am Pankaj Yadav, Assistant Commandant from SSB, currently posted in 27 Battalion, Howli, Assam. ये काफ़ी नया एक्सपीरियंस है मेरे लिए, और मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि इससे मुझे और मेरे डिपार्टमेंट को काफ़ी हेल्प मिलेगा आगे इन फ्यूचर। थैंक यू।
Jai Hind, everyone. I am Anup, Deputy Commandant from Border Security Force. Presently, I am posted in Kishanganj. It is near to Siliguri, North Bengal, and my unit is deployed on Indo-Bangladesh border. Thank you.
I want to presently, I am serving as Assistant Commandant Border Management and looking at also operations, looking at the operations of Sector Headquarters Advisory. It is near to Siliguri. My role and task is basically I maintain, supervise the operations and the border management in the of the battalions and the command 4 battalions of the sector. In a direct way, we are not related or connected with the regulative rules, but Bangladesh border is very sensitive, and it is also having patches and unfenced patches, which is very much porous, like Indo-Nepal border. And there are likely good chances of migration of these regulative substances. I hope that after going out through this session, I will be enlightened enough. Likely good chances of such kind of incidents in future. Thank you, Jihad.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. I am Dheeraj Bhakuni, second in command, presently posted at Recruit Training Center, ITBP, Karera, MP. Ma'am and sir, I don't have any experience in this field, but I have done a couple of courses in our institute, NIT SRDR, which is based at Chandigarh, and one of our instructors is there, AC Anuj, he is instructing there. It imparts training related to disaster management courses and CBRN courses. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Women Power, seniors and dear colleague. My name is Sangharsh Kumar. I am second in command, ITBP, presently posted in Samba. Basically, मेरा तो experience nuclear में तो इतना नहीं है, but I served in Afghanistan or dealt with this bomb-related things. So I'm looking forward. Thank you.
Good morning, respected faculty members and everyone. I am Assistant Commandant Anuj Kumar Mishra. I am presently posted in NIT SRDR Indo-Tibetan Border Police Force, which is a premier institute for training in CBRN and medical first responder and collapse structure search and rescue response mechanism. So I am looking after CBRN cell, and we are planning to upgrade our institute on the lines of the latest technology, which I hope this workshop is going to teach us. So definitely I am looking forward in learning these new technologies and new equipments, latest equipments, which we are going to see here. Thank you.
Good morning to all. I am Inspector GD Lukender from ITBP. I am also CBRN instructor at NIT SRDR, Panchkula, as my colleague senior AC said. And I hope and I wish it will enhance
our capability, our capacity to respond in nuclear and disaster management. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good morning, respected seniors. I am Inspector G. Amit Devani from NIT SRDR, same based in Panchkula, and I am working under the guidelines of ACGD Anuj sir, and we are dealing with the seal sources, and we recently done the ISO course from the ARC facility in Mumbai, so it will be very fruitful course for us because we are training our soldiers about the radiation safety. So we are looking forward. So thank you. Good morning to faculty and distinguished guests and dear participants. Myself, Akhilesh Kumar Chaudhary, Deputy Commandant from 10th NDRF Bengaluru. I have done basic CBRN course from NDRF Academy and also hazardous material course from CBRN NDRF Academy. And now I am seeking more knowledge in this area because you are a famous personality of our country, have served so many years in this field, will give our knowledge in radiation and renewable energy area. So this course is very helpful for me to perform my duty in our job. Thank you so much.
सभी को सुप्रभात। मेरा नाम कुणाल तिवारी, मैं डिप्टी कमांडेंट हूँ, 8 NDRF में पोस्टेड हूँ, ऑपरेशन एस्पेक्ट दिखता हूँ। मैंने RSO कोर्स कर रखा है बार्क से, इसके अलावा बेल से मैंने हेलमेट व्हीकल पे भी कोर्स कर रखा है। G20 अयोध्या रामलला वाला सेलिब्रेशन, इसके अलावा महाकुंभ में अभी, और जो भी VVIP विजिट होता है दिल्ली में, उसका जो सीधा एस्पेक्ट मैं देखता हूँ, समझता हूँ। 25 मार्च को मैं अभी जो भी मैंने सीख रखा है सब कुछ मैंने ऑनलाइन कर दिया है। फॉर नेक्स्ट 5 डेज जो भी आप सिखाएंगे, जैसे भी सिखाएंगे, बिल्कुल वैसे सीखने के लिए बिल्कुल नहीं जाता। धन्यवाद। थैंक यू सो मच।
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. This is Anupam, second in command, 6th Battalion NDRF, Vadodara, Gujarat. So our area of responsibility is Gujarat, Rajasthan, and 3 union territories, that is Daman, Diu, and Dadra Nagar Haveli. We have in our area we have 2 NPPs. So we are doing regularly the community awareness program. I am also RSO qualified from BAC. So I'm looking forward to just while we are doing CAPs among public domains, so I think this course will be helpful for us. And in Gujarat and Rajasthan, the transportation route of hazardous materials is too much because it is an industrial area. So they are using the radioactive materials in their industries. So I think this course will be helpful for me.
Good morning, ma'am and sirs. I am Vaitholingam, Deputy Command from NDRF. My battalion is presently located at Arakonam, which is looking after charges of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andaman and Nicobar, Pondicherry and Lakshadweep. And I am here to enrich my photons and neutrons within me, and looking forward on getting enriched from your knowledges. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Deputy Commandant Sanjeev Ratan. I'm posted in 7th Battalion NDRF, which is located at Bathinda. And my unit is unit having the mandate to respond in case of any eventuality disasters occurs in the state of Punjab, Haryana and Chandigarh. So my parent organization is ITBP, and I have served more than 19 years. I have the honor to serve in almost all the theatre in which the ITBP is serving, be it the border areas or internal security or anti-nexus operation. As far as the training is concerned, I have done the basic first responder course, and which includes almost 4-week module of the CBRN. Of course, I have done few advanced courses, and I am of the view that this particular workshop will definitely enhance my CBRN expertise and experience. Thank you, ma'am.
So now may request faculties, our faculties of AANST to introduce themselves with a little background. Then I would request resource speakers, including from ORNL as well as Texas A&M.
So I'll start with this.
You start.
Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Atika Datta. I have joined. Yeah, so I have joined MIT 2015. So I'm here for almost 10 years and I've done my PhD from Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research. Basically, I'm a chemistry person, but I've changed my subject during my PhD in a nuclear and radiochemistry. So my work's basically on nuclear and radiochemistry part. Thank you all.
Very good.
Myself, Dr. Sudatta Ray.
Just keep it closer so that you.
Myself, Dr. Sudatta Ray. I have done my PhD in experimental nuclear physics, and then I'm serving at Amity University and deals with detectors and whatever you will be studying now, this kind of expertise I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning to one and all present here. Archana Yadav from Amity Institute of Nuclear Science and Technology. I'm an MTech from University of Delhi with the International Masters in Nuclear Operations. So basically a nuclear engineer, and I'm working with Amity since last 13 years. Thank you.
And you have completed your PhD just now.
I'm working on my PhD assignment on the area of human reliability. Thank you.
So hello everyone. Good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Rudati. I have done my PhD from Aligarh Muslim University. My specific area of the research was the nuclear reactions. Right now, I am teaching the reactor physics in this institution and also taking the classes of experimental nuclear physics.
Yeah, Abhishek, why don't you introduce this?
So, hello, myself, Dr. Abhishek Yadav. I am working in the field of experimental nuclear reactions, particularly accelerator-based nuclear reactions. So, I have around 15 years of experience in field of experimental nuclear physics.
Excellent. Let me request the very distinguished resource speakers who have decades of experience in this field.
Good morning to everybody. I'm Rajagopal. I'm basically a radiation safety man. I worked as a radiation safety officer in reactors, reprocessing plants, waste management, and the entire gamut of this nuclear energy. And I have worked as a internal exposure measurement laboratory. I set up a laboratory just to find out how to measure the internal exposure of a man from various radionuclides. And they established set up a laboratory in Ajikar. That is a this thing. That was my assignment. And in addition, there were some two more this thing, fast reactor and fast reactor reprocessing plants. I have coordinated right from the design stage to the current stage in all related to safety related aspects in the design, in the operation, as well as the up to decommissioning. So the design aspects were done. And in addition, I did some two environmental impact assessment for two plants. One is for the fast breeder reactor and the fast reactor's fuel cycle facilities. These two, these were my background. And I have served the department for 37 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajgopal ji. Yes, Sundar.
Good morning, everybody. I am R.S. Sundar. I am basically from nuclear power plant operations, maintenance, and commissioning, including spent fuel, radioactive waste management, emergency preparedness, public hearing, etc. So I have been involved in the reactor criticality operations and the first criticality of the Punankulam 1 and 2 reactors. So I am basically an operations person and retired as executive director operations. So 38 years I worked in the industry. So nuclear power is my core strength and experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Shri Anil Kumar ji.
Good morning, everybody. Unlikely, I'm not a scientist. I'm an IPS officer of 86 batch. Having education in nuclear science, I did MSc MPhil from Delhi University in nuclear physics. And it was a luck that I got posted as IG security in Department of Atomic Energy for 5 years on deputation. So during that period, I gathered a lot of experience of revision of physical protection of the nuclear material and plants. So with that experience, I'm with you for 5 days. I'll expect everybody should take whatever they can take from us. Thank you.
Thank you, Anil ji. Ramakumar.
Namaskar. A very good morning to all of you. I am K.L. Ramakumar. Long ago, I retired from Tibet Atomic Energy as director of radiochemistry and isotope group. And I also was worked as head of nuclear controls and planning division, which was the coordination activity for international collaborations, security, safety, and safeguards of nuclear materials. I have got more than 42 years of service experience in this field. And I also am a PhD, I was a PhD guide, and I probably guided more than 25, 26 students for their PhD. And post-retirement, I am now working on giving policy advices to the government of India as and when it is required in nuclear security, nuclear safety, nuclear safeguards, and international collaborations. And we also conduct regularly a nuclear law course. I was the co-convener. That would be beneficial to all the people who are interested in nuclear cases in case if it is required. So we conduct this nuclear law course, and I have been the co-convener of this particular thing, and I will stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Raji. Sunilji.
I'm Sunil Chirayat. I'm basically from Kerala, Anup. I get bored very often, so I move around from one place to another very fast. So I started my career in Tarapur as a Baba Atomic Research Center stipendary trainee. I was there for 1 year, and then I was recruited by Atomic Energy Regulatory Board. I was in the board for 17 years. And in 1999, Atomic Energy Regulatory Board started a unit in Kalpakam to look after fast reactors. So I moved after 9 years to Kalpakam. I was in Kalpakam till 2007, got bored, moved to US in 2007. I was a professor in nuclear engineering department in Texas A&M University for 17 years. I got bored, moved to Oak Ridge National Lab, and this is my 35th year of service. So I left Kerala in 1990. So it's my 35th year.
Thank you, Sunil. Welcome. Bunny.
Good morning. Started with electronics engineering in University of Mumbai, did masters in Gujarat in nuclear. That's when I switched. Went to Texas A&M when Dr. Sunil was there for PhD. My core PhD background was on radiation detection development work. And from then on, I kind of went into safeguard security aspects of it. Did a lot of international collaborations on promoting security aspects, including global material security, chemical as well, biological. And then I'm kind of some sense mini version. As more I hear from Dr. Sunil, I feel like more mini version of him. I moved around a lot as well in last 7-8 years. I went to tech, I was also a professor in a university, research professor for a few years. Then I went to Canada for 4-5 years. And now I'm at Oak Ridge National Laboratory. Primary also have overall done reactor safety, severe accident analysis, emergency response stuff, safeguard and security. So broad realm within the nuclear field I worked on. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Manu. Now let's also introduce Cyber, even though he was briefly introduced. I would like to hear from you.
Yeah, I come from the atomic energy background. I worked at Kalpakam, Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research.
Keep it closer.
But 25 years of my research was in understanding fuel behavior, fuel-clad interaction in order to ensure safety of the fuel. Then I moved to research management and did everything other than doing chemistry. That's where I learned a lot of things about how to run the organizations. I was heading the training school at Kalpakam, which had the privilege of starting at Kalpakam. Then did a lot of other things at Kalpakam. And then after my retirement, I joined National Institute of Advanced Studies. National Institute of Advanced Studies is a think tank organization. So I worked on diverse areas like risk communication, science communication, human reliability program, and now on this domain. I also had a 3-year stint with a university where I was holding a leadership position. I'm now back at NIAS. And right now I'm continuing to work with the human reliability program as well as capacity building of this part of it.
Thank you, Dr. Cyber. I would request Alpini Goyal to introduce herself as well. She is the director of Amity Institute of Nuclear Science and Technology.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I'm Dr. Alpana Goyal. I did PhD from IIT Roorkee and long back in 1993. And then I work in many organizations. Finally, I joined Amity in 2003. So I am a senior most faculty here in engineering, and almost 21 years I completed. And I joined in the physics department, but later on, as my field is nuclear, so they shifted me to as a director of this Amity Institute of Nuclear Science and Technology. I joined this department in 13 January. And since then, I am working here as a director, and we have established a lab. And now I have also started working on the nuclear security, although my area of research is nuclear physics, but slowly I moved to the nuclear security. And I'm looking forward everyone to have an interaction in the coming days. Thank you.
You are also joined by Mr. S.N. Singh. Just introduce yourself, and also FCR colleagues.
I am S.N. Singh. Although I have no direct relationship with the subject of today, through civil services, 1976 batch, I entered Government of India, worked in various capacity in various departments. Important among them was my 14 years stay with DRDO with Dr. Salvamurthy sir. And I have joined Amity University. I am a part of scientific management in Amity University and facilitate each of doing research for our scientists and researchers. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can we request the FCR team also to my own colleagues, Isha Sood, Avinash, and Komal.
Good morning, everyone. This is Isha Sood. I'm engineer by qualification, and after that, I have done MBA and PhD in human resource management. Presently, I'm working as a Deputy Manager and Scientific Officer at Amity Foundation for Science, Technology, Innovation Alliances, and directly working under the Founder President. And we are here to facilitate the smooth functioning of this workshop. We are here to help you, and we wish all of you a very best for next 5 days. Hope you have very fruitful interaction and discussion during this workshop. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Isha. Avinash.
Thank you, sir. This is Avinash Chauhan, and I am presently working in Founder President Office as an Assistant Manager and Scientific Officer. As for my background, I have done my public graduation in the public administration, then MBA. Now I'm pursuing my PhD. Now I moved towards more of AI and its application in the academic institution or its various in other domains as well. As far as concern about this workshop, we are here to facilitate, and all the best for your next 5 days, and hope you will be learning a lot during these 5 days. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. I'm Sonal. I'm working as a scientific officer here, and I have done my bioinformatics, master's in bioinformatics from Banastali University, and now I'm doing my PhD from here, Amity Institute of Biotechnology, sir.
Thank you. So we also have our own distinguished students. You just get up, we will clap for you. Just get up, all of you together. Amity Institute of Nuclear Science and Technology, Alpana Goel students. So you people are the future. Learn from all these very distinguished resource speakers, not only participants of the workshop. It's going to be a great learning for all of you. Best wishes, blessings to you. Now, continue. Thank you so much. Let's clap for everyone. Everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Where is Ritu? How is it that we missed? She's sitting at the back.
Good morning,
Ritu.
sir. I am just working
Thank
under
you for
the
the-
guidance of Alpana Goel, ma'am, and whatever I have learned, just the blessings of ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for introduction and sharing your valuable experiences. So now I have the honor and privilege of delivering the vote of thanks to express our sincere gratitude to all those who contributed to the success of the event. First and foremost, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Founder President, Sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, for his visionary leadership. It is his vision to see Amity in the forefront of education system and establishing such world-renowned university and institutions. Thank you very much, sir. We are also deeply thankful to higher officials, our Chancellor, Sir, Dr. Atul Chauhan, our Vice Chancellor, Ma'am, Professor Balwinder Shukla, and President STIF, Dr. W. Silva Murthy, sir, for continuous support and believe in our mission. Thank you very much, everyone, for having faith in us. I would also like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our HOI ma'am, Professor Alpana Goyal ma'am, for her unwavering support, encouragement, and continuous guidance. Thank you, ma'am. A special thanks to Professor M. Sai Baba sir for his knowledge and expertise throughout the planning and implementation of this workshop. I would also like to thank the distinguished resource persons, Professor Dr. K.L. Ramakumar sir, Sri Anil Kumar sir, Dr. Sri R.S. Sundar sir, Dr. Sunil S. Chariot, Sri V. Rajagopal sir, Dr. S. Pulli sir, Dr. Craig Miriano sir, Dr. Manit D. Saha, and all AINST faculty members and all the participants from various organizations for their valuable time and knowledge, which will enlighten us in these 5 years of the workshop. Thank you everyone for coming all the way to reach here and sharing your knowledge. Thanks to the local organizing members, Ms. Archana Yadav, Dr. Arpita Datta, Dr. Sudatta Ray, and Dr. Unnati Gupta for sparing their time and energy for giving their valuable inputs to make this workshop a success. It is a collective effort of whole team. Thank you, everyone. A special thanks to IT support team and administrative staff for their valuable assistance. I would also like to acknowledge and thank our multitasking office executive, Ms. Ritu Chabra, for seamless arrangement of the workshop, and other office staff, Mr. Kailash Joshi, Mr. Suresh Kumar, Mr. Surinder Singh, for their generous support and efforts. Last but not least, thanks to our very own AINST students for actively involving in preparation of the event. Thanks for your support and participation. Thank you once again, everyone, for their time, efforts, and participation. Have a great and successful workshop ahead. So now I request everyone to stand for the national.
Just before that, 1 minute, there's a message from Founder President Dr. Ashok Chauhan himself. He has been listening to all this conversation, and also he will silently observe the rest of the program. He will listen to all of you, resource speakers, and he is so happy. He has expressed his profound happiness and best wishes for the successful outcome. And he has also asked to give a little press release about this very important event to our media people as well. So he finds time for everything. Thank you, Founder President, for your message as well as for your blessings to all the participants over here. Thank you so much. Now
I request for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Now I request everyone to gather at F2 stairs for group photograph. Let us capture this moment as it serves as a reminder of our collective efforts, shared knowledge, and strong bonds we have formed during this event. I also invite everyone for high tea after the group photograph.